I have definitely noticed this trend lately of people calling me Mr. G or just calling me G, and I don't know. I like it. I like it. I kind of feel like my high school history teacher though, because when I was in high school, I had a history teacher, and we all called him Mr. B. And now all these people are calling me Mr. G or just G, and I'm like, shit, I'm old, like my old high school history teacher. Anyway, okay, I am confused. G said production drops dramatically in new wells. How can we increase production with less rigs? That's a great question. That's a great question. I'll be happy to answer that for you. And the answer is because we have a healthy inventory of DUCS. We have a healthy inventory of DUCS, which are wells that have not been completed. They're sitting there waiting to be fracked, waiting to be completed and get put online. And we currently have about 4,700 of those in the United States, with the vast majority of these DUCS being in oil-rich plays. Okay, they're in the Permian, they're in the Bakken, Anadarko, Eagle Ford. These are heavy oil-rich plays. So these DUCS are going to produce a lot of oil. And I'm looking at the frac spread count. We no longer just look at the rig count to determine the health of the industry. We also look at the DUCS, and we look at the frac spread count. And the frac spread count is at 275, up from 244 a couple of months ago. So the frac spread count has increased by 31 frac spreads. When your frac spread count increases and you have a healthy inventory of DUCS, that equates to production increasing actually faster than if you have a higher rig count and a lower frac spread count. So the frac spread count, the way it's weighted basically versus the rig count, leans heavily towards quicker oil production increases. In addition to that, drilling rigs, it is amazing how technology is advancing drilling in our industry. Drilling rigs are becoming so efficient. We don't need anywhere near the amount of drilling rigs we used to produce the same amount of oil. In addition to that, not only are they drilling wells a whole lot faster, they also have the capability to drill much longer laterals, which in simplest terms, you drill down and then you drill out. Well, the section that they drill out, they can drill out twice as far as they used to. That's essentially like having 2 wells in one, or even 3 wells in one. And now we have horseshoe wells. Some companies call them U-turn wells. I call them horseshoe wells because I worked on the project of the very first ever horseshoe well ever drilled anywhere. Yeah, it's when you go down, you go out, you make a turn, and you come back. You basically drill a big U, a big flat U in the formation. And this right here is what a horseshoe well looks like. There's your well, and then that part going out there, that's your lateral, right? Well, most wells just have this. But now we can actually go out here, turn around, and come back the other way. What does that mean? You've essentially drilled one well that has 2 producing laterals when you used to need 2 wells to drill 2 laterals. Horseshoe wells. A lot of companies call them U-turn wells, but we were the first to do it. We were the first company to ever successfully do that. And I'm proud that I was a part of that team. But anyway, that's why we're able to increase production with lower rig counts. Rigs are much more efficient. They do things much faster. They're drilling deeper and longer, and they're drilling horseshoe wells that equal much more production out of every well they drill. Frac spreads and DUC count. All of that equates to higher production numbers in the United States today and moving forward. Thanks for your question.